And Tara, I just want to understand what you just said. What happened to you on Friday? Where were you and where were you put?
Yeah, I was arrested for criminal trespass as I was, leaving a peaceful demonstration and getting into my car on a public road. They arrested us and zip-tied us on the side of the road for 2 hours. We were then thrown into jail and put in a dog kennel.
And what do you mean a dog kennel? Yeah,
it was a large chainmail dog kennel for, over 6 hours while they didn't even actually charge us with crimes. After that, I was strip searched and then thrown into jail. And finally, late that evening, was charged with a crime. So it's, a situation in which this is happening right now. Native people are being hurt right now. There were people being maced and tased again yesterday. These things are happening, and so the administration needs to respond, and it needs to say, either no pipeline, which would be, the ideal. That's going to be a win for everybody because clean drinking water is, the future, and it's something that we shouldn't even be considering putting at risk for an unnecessary and unneeded project. But to do an environmental impact statement. If this project is so safe, then do one. The company doesn't want to do this. It doesn't want to go through that process because it knows that this pipeline is unsafe. It knows that it would never meet those standards, and this would never be allowed to happen.
Tara Houska, you're an attorney. You're an Indigenous leader. You've spent a lot of time at the Standing Rock Sioux resistance camp. You were the Indigenous advisor for Bernie Sanders. We just played at the top of the show the speech he gave outside the White House demanding that President Obama deny the permit for the Dakota Access Pipeline. Your thoughts on where this movement goes now?
Working for Bernie Sanders was, a great honor and privilege to be in a role in his campaign and to contribute to that, but also to see grassroots mobilization and the power of the people. Millions and millions of people voted for Senator Sanders. And, again, this is the Dakota Access Pipeline resistance is millions of people around the world coming together and trying to stop this single project, but also to make a stand about the relationship of people to fossil fuels, about Indigenous rights, about all these issues. And so, seeing that and these marches against Donald Trump and, the power that's within organizing and the power that's within, local elections. There were some successes that happened aside from just Donald Trump's election. There were several different, women of color and people that have never been in represented office before. We have the power to change the conversation, to change the narrative. Our social justice, environmental justice, all these different movements coming together and, realizing that we need to stand together
Tara,
and change the conversation, change the narrative.
The head of Energy Transfer Partners, Kelsey Warren, has said he's 100% confident that Trump will support the completion of the Dakota Access Pipeline. Warren donated more than $100,000 to Trump's campaign, while Trump has between $500,000 and $1 million invested in Energy Transfer Partners. This is Kelsey Warren speaking on CBS.
Once he takes over January 20th, what are the prospects?
Oh, it's 100%.
100% that
the easement gets granted and the pipeline gets built.
Have you spoken to Donald Trump about the pipeline?
I've never met the man.
You've never met him?
No.
But he's invested in you and you're invested in him.
Well, I wish him well.
Your response, Tara Houska, to Kelsey Warren, who runs the Cherokee Creek Music Festival in Texas, great fan of Jackson Browne, who apparently is singing a big event Thanksgiving Day weekend in support of the Standing Rock Sioux on the reservation in North Dakota. Kelsey Warren, the CEO of Energy Transfer Partners.
I think this is that's a perfect example of the influx and relationship of big oil to our current congressional system, to the government, to our elected offices. I mean, these people have never even met, as he said, yet he knows because of, Kelsey Warren knows because of Donald Trump's attitudes and because of, the administration that he plans to bring in. His current energy advisor is someone also directly invested in Dakota Access Pipeline. That is basically just a green light that they're just going to go slam these projects through, and it doesn't matter if the people, the local people, resist, if the local people say no. In their minds, these projects matter more than the people. These profit margins matter more than human beings. And so that's where we have to come together.
I want to bring in our other guest today. Tara Houska is with Honor the Earth, has spent a long time now at the Standing Rock Reservation in support of the resistance. Kevin Hart